are on this call. I just want to first of all, thank you guys for coming on. I know your time's precious, and I have a million and one things to do every week. So I'm really happy that you guys took the time to come on this call. I've been looking forward to this call for quite a few weeks now. I am, to say the least, really excited. What I want to say though is I don't do a lot of these, so please excuse if I'm a bit nervous or anything. I'm just very excited about this. I'm checking out the webinar now, and I can see that all the spots have been filled. You can actually see people getting rejected from it right here, which is pretty cool. And I mean, you guys as my subscribers, you know that I don't do anything like this. I haven't promoted anything, and I've never done a training webinar with another person like this, mainly because I never thought the people who offered to do it with me, these training webinars, would actually give real benefit to my subscribers, because you guys are the first and most important thing. But I've got to say, this guy that I'm about to introduce you to, I met him through a friend of a friend, and I managed to get a 1-hour sit-down with him, and he took me through a few different tips and techniques. And to say the least, and I don't get this quite a lot, but I was completely blown away. It was just insane. And after that 1-hour training I had with this guy, I went away, I was really motivated, and I spent an hour putting some of the stuff that he'd explained to me into practice. And I actually made, from that one house work, I made $250, which was just fantastic. And I mean, this guy is pretty much, he's like a mentor to me. And you can never really underestimate the power of a mentor. He's the guy that I'll look to if I want to grow my business in a certain area. I'll look to him for advice. He'll teach me new cutting-edge techniques, and he's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the internet and making money online. Now, I hope he'll excuse me, but I've got a little nickname for him, which he's going to kill me for, but I call him the King of Automation, and that is exactly what he specializes in, making automated income streams. Now, automated income is the best type of income, right? Because you go to sleep and you wake up with more money than you had when you went to sleep, because your business is doing it automated. And what he specializes in is taking massive amounts of work and making them put into such little effort to actually implement. And automation in your business literally means you can travel the world. You can go to Thailand, you can go to Hong Kong, you can go to Australia, and you can operate your business from anywhere. I mean, you're going to see exactly what I mean in a second, because it's just absolutely incredible. I think you're just going to be blown away. And the guys that are on this call, I really think a lot of you guys, this 1 hour of training is really going to probably change your life. But numbers talk, and I know this guy, and he banks over $50,000 a month on automation. And he's about to show you, he's about to open the doors and show you exactly how he does it. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce him. His name is Greg Jacobs. Greg, are you there?
Yes, I am, Harry, and thank you very, very much for the kind introduction. Some people saw that I have the screen Google Thailand up. That's actually my screen, not Terry's screen. I'm not Harry's screen. I'm out here in Thailand. Harry's in the UK.
I'm back in the UK, guys.
Yeah. Now before we go forward, because we do have a lot to cover, and Harry just briefly touched on it. Can I make sure everybody can hear me okay? Because sometimes we do have connection problems coming from this part of the world. If you can hear me okay, just go ahead and type yes into the question box. And give me an idea where some of the listeners of the call are from. I saw Christopher said he's from Denver. All right, we got Colin in Bangkok. We have somebody from Arizona, Australia, UK, London, Iceland, fantastic. Wales, Torrington, Argentina, Yo Porteño, Rotterdam, Missouri, New York, Australia, Pacific Northwest, Chicago, New York, Indianapolis, Malaysia. That's how we say Malaysia in Thailand. We say Malaysia. So there you go. New Jersey, North Carolina. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. Now let me also get. We've got the People's Republic of Brooklyn, right? Fantastic. People's Republic of Brooklyn. So now before we go, we got somebody from P-Town, Pattaya, down in Thailand. Let me ask you guys before we go ahead and move forward. What's your general? Let me get a feel for the audience right now. I want to know if you're making money online right now, okay, or if you're trying to get started, okay. So if you're making money online already, and you kind of have a little online business making a few hundred or a few thousand or a few $100,000 a month, let me know. If you're just kind of struggling to get started, I want to know as well, okay. All right, we have one person is making $0.00 a month. No, a lot of people are struggling. One person's been trying for 3 years. Okay. Well, you know what? Oh, we have one person who's making $750 a month. That's absolutely fantastic. Overworked and underpaid. Yeah, that's very, very typical. One guy's making $75 a month. One guy's fed up with all the push button stuff. Yeah, if I was getting hundreds of emails about it a day too to my email box, I'd be fed up with all the push button stuff and just want something that works as well. So that's something that we absolutely are going to go and address. One person working 3 jobs to generate online business. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my history. So we know essentially where where I'm coming from. Not too long ago, I was in a place essentially like you are. I had a job for an international company selling equipment to like industrial equipment. No fun at all. And I was an international sales manager. So I was making in the mid to high 5 figures a year, and working my behind off, traveling to different countries, doing sales calls, and selling my stuff. And it was pretty good. I was on a track to essentially take my boss's job at some point and get a raise and a boost in commissions. And what I realized is no matter how hard I tried and no matter how high I raised in the corporate ladder, I was still within somebody else's system. There was always going to be somebody who had the power to go and ruin my life with a snap decision. They could fire me or whatever, blah 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 blah. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that feeling in my life. What I decided to do is, and I didn't know how I was going to do this. Online marketing came after the fact. What I decided to do is I needed to go and find a way that would essentially criteria would be I could essentially go and work from anywhere I wanted. I could work essentially the hours that I want, and that my income would not be dependent on any sort of single point of failure. So through trial and error and trying different things, I realized I wasn't going to be a rock star. Who here ever wanted to be a rock star before? At some point, I wanted to be a rock star. So I realized that wasn't going to happen. I wanted to, at some point, I wanted to go become a published author, which I realized that might happen at some point, but I shouldn't go and wait for the money for that either. And going and narrowing down the possibilities, I came to online marketing and essentially internet marketing. And that led me to essentially a lot of experimentation, essentially where you guys are right now. I took about a year. I took about a year making absolutely no money online. What I did was I was jumping from system to system. I was on people's emails list, and they would email me and say, like, "Oh, Greg, you know, this is the fantastic new thing. It's a new glitch." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, here's my $50. Give me the secret." And I get the secret, and I go run off and implement it. And then at the end of the day, I was exactly where I was before. Now, I don't know if that was, you know, if it was a bad strategy, or if maybe I just didn't implement it properly or such. But so. Excuse me, it's early morning here. It's 8 a.m. I don't normally wake up this early, so I just had a sip of my tea. So I floundered for about a year, and I realized that you know, if I was going to take control of this and really I guess, you know, it's a really cliche expression, break out of the rat race. I had to really have a breakthrough, and so I started experimenting. I started looking outside the box. I started trying new things, and before long, I actually found a system, a manual system, and this is you know, part of what I went and showed Harry on our initial consult that we had. I found a system that if I spent I think it was about 20 hours. I would essentially, it was a formula for putting up websites that would go and make me money. Okay, so in doing this, I would go and put 20 hours in, and I would put up a website that would make me a couple $100 a month. Now, 20 hours is a lot of work. I suspect a lot of people on this call already make more than minimum wage. But you know, I'm asking a hypothetical question here. If I showed you a system that I said, if you could go and spend 20 hours making a website, this website would make you $200 a month for the next year. Is that something that you think would be pretty cool? I mean, despite the low returns, just the fact that you can go and know that you're making money online. Yeah, hey, Harry. I mean, does that sound like something that's like, even though it's a lot of work, 20 hours of work, if you can go and put up a website that would make you money, would that be something?
Exactly. I mean, I found when I started out, it was all about starting small. So, like you said, spending that 20 hours, but then you get $200 a return each month. Like I actually, personally, I set myself a goal of $1 a day. That was my first ever goal online. And then after I hit that, I hit, you know, $10 a day, and then I just kept going up. So, I mean, you know, starting out, that would seem perfect to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tammy's saying, yeah, if it actually worked, I would never found anything that worked. I'd be so excited. Okay. Well, the thing is, Tammy, I did find something that actually worked. Now, what happened then is I found myself in a very interesting predicament. I knew how. I figured out. I cracked the code. I knew how to make money online, and this method of making money online, I could replicate it essentially. However, I was still in my regular job, which I had very deep commitments to, and I just didn't have time to spend 20 hours putting up these sites, even if they'll make me $200. So the next natural step in my train of progression was, people go and fill in the blanks here, what was the next thing that I would naturally go and migrate to after that? I have a system that makes me money, but it takes way too much work to do. All right, I'm getting 50-50. Half the people are saying automate it, and half the people are saying outsource it. Okay, 50% of you are right. Okay, I automated it. Now, the reason I didn't outsource it is because outsourcing, while it sounds really good on the sales page of the person selling you the outsourcing course, sorry, outsourcing is really an imperfect science, and you're dealing with humans essentially, and human variables, and you have to train them, and they disappear, and they get sick, and it's not quite as reliable as the thing. I wanted something, a way to go and replicate and scale my system that was in my complete control. So I went and looked towards automating it. So over a period of time, I went and, figuratively speaking, we went and hooked Greg Jacobs up to a machine, okay, and it went and studied all of my actions, all my 27 points I did in putting up these websites, and we went and essentially went and determined a way to go and automate almost all of these. So where we ended up was I essentially got to the point where I took my 20 hours of work that would make my $200 site and broke it down into a simple system that would take me anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to implement. Are we going cha-ching, Harry? Or do you guys just hear what I just said? We were able to take a winning system and effectively go and automate it so that it essentially takes 5 minutes.
I mean, I've seen it, Greg, and I've just got to say, guys, it's absolutely incredible. And sort of going on the point of, a lot of people did say outsource, but I've had a brief sort of spell with outsourcing, and it's a big headache. It sounds really easy, like you said, Greg, on the sales page, but actually it's a big headache managing people. So automating that process, that is, and I've seen what you've done. It's just incredible, and I'm really excited you guys are going to see it.
Very, very, very much so. Do you guys want to see the software that I went and created? Because I think this is going to be a very, very core part of your online career coming up. Is this something you guys would be interested in going and seeing? Yes, yes. We have one guy, John. He's like, no, Greg, don't show us the software. I want to keep looking at the Google Thailand screen. Anybody here want to look at the Google Thailand screen, or you want to see the software? Yeah? Okay, we'll go and show you.
I'm getting chance. Show us the software. Show us the software.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, can you go ahead here and Kokoko is saying you're getting silly now, Greg. Well, I am silly. I'm really, really easygoing. I'm living the life of my dreams. I essentially do what I want when I want to do it. So yeah, I'm pretty relaxed and easygoing guy. I haven't worn a tie in quite a while, or shoes for that matter. Actually, I can't even. I do wear my sneakers when I go running. So I do wear shoes, but most of the day I don't wear shoes. Okay. Okay. So very, very cool. Oh, I see John. Another John is there. He's actually my customer already. Hey, John, how are you doing? So let's go ahead and show you the software. So what you're looking at right now is called CP Mage. Okay. Now what CP Mage is it goes and actually installs on your hosting account. Okay. How many people here already have a hosting account? Is there anybody here that doesn't have a hosting account? Yes. 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 Okay. So it's about what's it, Harry? About 60% of the people have a hosting account. About 40% don't. Okay. So if you have a hosting account, this will go ahead and install on your hosting account. And if you don't have a hosting account, we'll go and help you go ahead and get set one up. So whether you're already started or you're starting from complete scratch, this is essentially going to be your starting point. It's called CP Mage, okay? Now what this is our installer, okay? Now the entire process, I can't get into absolutely everything, but it involves purchasing an expired domain name. These expired domain names actually have pre-existing backlinks, and we have a finder which will actually go and find these expired domains for you. And then you generate a keyword list in a certain way. And then you take those keywords and you start a domain. And with that domain name, it goes and creates a site. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and click the Build a New Site button. I need you guys all right now. We were kind of getting to know each other. We're getting into the meat and bones right now, and it's going to go really, really fast. Okay? I'm going to be showing you some absolutely incredible things in a very short amount of time, and if you blink, you're going to miss something very important. So what I want you all to do right now is to get out your pencil and your notepads and start taking notes. It's going to be very, very important. And if you have any distractions, go ahead and turn them off right now. So if you're chatting with your friend on Skype or something, or you have Facebook open, or you're browsing browsing the internet, go and give me your full attention for like 20 minutes, because this software demo is gonna we're gonna do some incredible things, and I don't want you guys to go ahead and miss there. Okay. So you click Build a Site, and we're going to get to a site that looks like this. We're going to get to a page that looks like this. Okay. And I think we were talking earlier, Harry, about what niche to use, and I think we decided we wanted to do bird watching, right?
Yeah, we thought it would be quite an interesting one.
Because bird watching all over the world. Because how we build our sites is we build them around small niches. Okay. You can either choose to do product-based niches or informational-based niches. Okay. Now for this study, we're going to go and build a site based around things that bird watching enthusiasts would buy. So we're going to go and build a site with information about bird watching, and then we're also going to go and put products on there relevant to the bird watching enthusiast. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we simply go and type in the domain name. birdwatching.online. Okay? And then we're going to click Create. And then we're going to get to a page that looks like that. Just let me know, Harry, once the screen switches over, you can see that.
It's just switched over to 4D to WP Mage.
Okay, and now it should.
I can see the screen now. Awesome.
Can you guys all see the screen right now? It says blog info and blog title, blog tagline. Everybody here in the audience can see that okay? Yeah? Okay. Absolutely fantastic. Okay? Okay. So what we're going to go do now is simply go and what we're going to do, bird watching with Harry. Okay, guys, this is what I'm going to do. Is going to seem very, very simple, but it's going to do a lot of complex operations in the back end. So pay attention very, very closely to each step I'm doing. The first thing I'm going to do is enter the title. So it's going to be bird watching with Harry. Okay, and then the tagline here, birdie. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to go do is put in our license key. Now, obviously, this is going to be specific to the user, so I have my license key. I'll go ahead and put that in later so you guys can't see it. The next thing we want to do is we want to put in a WordPress API key. Now, I want to ask both Harry and everybody in the audience, do you know why we need a WordPress API key? And Harry, don't answer yet. But I want the people in the audience to see if they can go and get it. No idea. Okay. Okay, this is a very, very important thing to know for your online businesses, whether you're following my system or if you're not. So you're gonna just go and put this in your notes right now. Harry, do you have any? You want to take a guess, or should I go let the cat out? Why we need a WordPress API key?
No, I think yeah. Go tell them.
Okay. Okay.
I don't even want to warrant a guess just in case. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. I mean, it's something for me that it's simple and it actually only takes you a minute to implement, but it can make all the difference in your blogs. And if you're not doing it, you're leaving, you're leaving a lot on the table. Okay. The WordPress API key is free to get, and it only takes you approximately about a minute to get it. I'll show you how to get it once you're with me. But what it does is it gives you spam control. Okay. It goes and protects your site against spam. So if you guys have ever been to a blog or something, you've seen people go and leave all these awful spam comments. Okay, well that's because they don't have a WordPress API key, which essentially goes and protects them against that. In addition, it allows you to go and access WordPress stats. So you can essentially go and see how many visitors are going to your site. Anytime you can track them. You can also match that up against how much money you're making, so you can get your average earnings per visitor as well. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody for spam control and for statistics tracking? Yes? Yes, I'm not getting very many yeses. I don't want to be leaving you guys behind. I mean, I got to make sure. Yeah, yeah. Are you with me? Come on, come on. Show me you're with me. Okay, good. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go put in the WordPress API key there. Okay. And the next thing, we have one person that's too busy taking the notes. We can't type. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, and again, take this. This is going to apply to any sort of site. And you guys, what I'm doing here, while revealing my automated software to you, in the process, I'm also teaching you the individual steps to building this. So you can actually take some of these notes and go ahead and implement on your own with or without the software. Okay? So I just go ahead and keep that in mind. So all these things I'm teaching you are universal laws in terms of building your sites and making money in affiliate marketing. Okay. The next thing we want to do is we need to get a WordPress template. Okay. Now we throw a little curveball here to Google and the search engines. We don't use our original templates. We don't custom make templates and use them and have only people using the software go and use these templates. Instead, what we do is we pick about the 30 most popular WordPress themes in the world, and we go and give them to users to go and pre-install and use. Now, does anybody here in the audience know why we use existing popular themes instead of making our own custom themes? Anybody want to give it a guess? Yep, you guys, almost everybody has got it. The nail that stands out gets hammered down. Okay, and that is a fact. We have found that when Google goes and determines their rankings, they go and take into hundreds and hundreds of different criteria for going and determining how to go and rank a site. Now, one of those criteria is they go and take into account the actual template, that the site is built on, or the WordPress theme that the site's built on. So if somebody over there has a blog and it's a popular blog and they're using this theme, like the I Know theme, for example, and you're using that theme too, well, there's going to be a little bit of trickle down from their authority to your authority. Now, it sounds really, really silly, but it is actually a little loophole that we can go and use to our advantage. Okay, so on the opposite side of the spectrum, on the opposite side of the spectrum, if all my sites had the same theme, like my custom Greg Jacobs theme, and no other sites on the internet had that theme, well, what Google's going to do is it's going to go profile those sites, and it's going to go essentially go and group them together, and if it decides to go do anything, it'll do it to all those sites at once. So then that's called a footprint. So we're doing that in terms of avoiding a footprint. So the moral of the story here is when you go and put up an affiliate site, you want to use themes that are tried and tested. Okay, you don't want to use original themes. You want to use themes that lots of people are using. Okay. Now, does that make sense to everybody there? Before we go ahead and move on. Yep. And Harry, are you with me there, Harry? I know we talked about this earlier, but
yeah, I mean, I think it's some people try to reinvent the wheel, but like you said, they already work. So why change them?
Yeah, very, 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 very cool. Okay. So we were doing one on bird watching, so let's just go pick the nature theme. Wait for that to go and load up. Okay. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to go and pick how we get paid. Okay. Now I'm going to show you this right here. Don't let this scare you. Okay. This is actually a lot easier than it looks. You don't have to fill out all of them. But for those people that know, like for example, there's 8 different ways to monetize that I use. One of them is Amazon, so you would go and fill in your Amazon affiliate ID. If you want to use eBay, you can fill in your affiliate ID for eBay. Overstock, Linkshare, Shiitake, Commission Junction, ClickBank, AdSense. So I'm not going to go ahead and go fill those in right now because I have my personal IDs, but essentially you guys, everybody here in the audience is familiar with affiliate IDs and essentially how affiliate tracking and cookies work. So essentially somebody goes and clicks on your link and you get paid, okay? So what we do there is we essentially go and fill in our affiliate IDs. So when the site is generated, all the links on the site are going to be pre-filled with our affiliate IDs. So anybody who clicks on those, it's going to track back to us and we'll get paid, okay? So now, I'm not going to spend too much more time on that because I think most people in the room understand that. So now we're going to get into the really, really interesting stuff, okay? Right now it is March 2011. Remember I told you I used to do this manually. This is what took so long, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my time for my posting, okay? Because I'm going to go and create thousands of posts in a few minutes that have never been on the internet before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and backdate my posts a year, okay? Back to March 2010. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and forward date my post a year up to March 2012, okay? Now, so I have a 2-year span of my posts, 1 year before and 1 year after. What I'm essentially doing is I'm making it look like, even though my site is just going to be created today, like my site's never existed before today, I'm making it look like to any visitor, either human or Google robot, that I've been writing my blog for the past year. Furthermore, going ahead and forward dating my posts, I never have to look at my blog again, okay? And what's going to happen is it's going to automatically create posts for the next year. Now, for those of you guys who didn't see, this is absolutely amazing because I've essentially went and replicated me doing work for the last year and me doing work for the year forward. Are you with me there, Harry? Do you see the sheer power of why this is so valuable?
Yeah. I mean, I've got to say that when you first showed me this, I actually felt a bit sick because I thought about all the time I had put into putting up these posts, and then you showed me exactly how you could do it in less than about 10 minutes work. It's just so powerful.
Yeah, and this is where a lot of the work used to come in. Is I used to actually go and spend time manually backdating these posts. So now you essentially make it so any human visitor that comes to your site, it looks like you're actually a real person writing it. And even though some of my blogs I never open, there's people that actually come to my blogs every week and leave comments and have an ongoing discussion with the robot that I wrote that keeps posting there. So that's just the power of it. Is I'm actually real. People think that a real person's there, but it's all completely automated. So it's very, very powerful, and by doing that, Google goes and views that your content is spread out as well, and gives you advantage in terms of that. Okay. So everybody's got their.
And I've got to say that. Sorry, Greg. Sorry, there's a bit of delay.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that anyone that has created a website knows that the thing that makes your eyes bleed is creating content. Like it's really boring pushing out words for the sake of it, and this just completely fixes that.
Very, very, very true. Simon has a fantastic question. Can you back and forward date to more than 1 year? Yeah, you can. I can backdate, for example, back to 2003, and when I do my posts, I can make it so my posts start back in 2003. So anybody who goes and researches me, Greg Jacobs' blog, will find that I've had this blog going back to 2003. Furthermore, people are asking, well, what happens after 2012? Well, the world ends, but just bad joke. Sorry, been watching too many movies After 2012, well, you can go here. I can actually forward date to 2020. Okay. Now, forward dating in 2020, what's going to happen is the essentially it's going to go forward date the next 8 years, and so I never have to go and touch my site for the next 8 or 9 years. Okay. Jason's asking about content, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. Okay. So if we're scrolling down right here, we can see we can go ahead and select our content sources. Okay. So going from the content sources, we basically go and so checkbox essentially what we want. So right now we have the options of eZine articles, article base, Yahoo News, AMA, which is an article network, private article network for Mage, Yahoo Answers, Flickr photos, YouTube videos, smart tagging, and such. Okay. So determining what content we want on our site, we're just going to go check and uncheck the boxes. Okay. So for example, I don't want eZine articles, I don't want Yahoo News, but go ahead, give me the rest. I do want article base, article marketing network, Yahoo Answers, Flickr photos, YouTube, and smart tagging. Okay. So we just essentially determine where we want our content from. Okay. Now, some people are asking about uniqueness. Okay. Some people are saying that okay, you're going and getting this content from places on the internet already. So yeah, so we go to article base and we ask them for an article, and they go and give us an article. Okay. Well, this article obviously has already been published on the internet by somebody else, and so if we go and pull it on our site, it's obviously going to be the exact same. Hence, it's not unique. Okay. Now, we could debate quite extensively regarding duplicate content. Now, whether your content needs to be unique or whether Google ranks duplicate content or not. It is a debatable topic, and personally, I think it's okay, but we're not going to get into that debate right now. What I want to show you right now is if, I'm giving you the big if capitalized, if you wanted to make your content unique, we have a built-in way to go ahead and do that, okay? Before we do that, I have like 4 people right now asking about the new Google algorithm changes. So can we just sidetrack for a few minutes and go ahead and talk about that? Have you guys heard about all the new Google algorithm changes in the last couple of weeks? It's called the Google Farmers Update. Okay. The people that haven't heard about it, essentially what Google did is they went and made a very public update to their search engine algorithms where they said that, all right, well, all these types of sites are going to be no good, and all these types of sites are going to be good. And Google does this about every 6 months, and they make a big hoopla about it, and life goes on. So the people that haven't heard about it, don't worry about it. It's nothing. The people that have heard about it, it hasn't affected any of our sites in the slightest bit. So that's the essential answer that we have for you for the Google update. There's always somebody wants to know about, does Google update? Well, with the latest Google update, we're all doing fine, and all the people, all the thousands of members in our forum can agree as well. Everybody's essentially doing fine. Okay. Back to creating unique content. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say you need to create unique content because a lot of people say that just using the content as it comes from like article base or Yahoo Answers is going to be fine. But if you wanted to create unique content, we have a very, very cool trick, okay? And that's called our translator, okay? Now, let me go ahead and ask people in the audience, if I have an article and I translate it into Espanol, into Spanish, and I go and take that article that's done in Spanish and translate it back into English, what's going to happen to that article? You guys want to give it a guess? It's gonna, yep, you got it. It's gonna become unique. Dustin's saying it'll be unreadable. No, it won't be unreadable. Let me tell you why. Okay. The translators these days and we integrate with a very, very good translator are getting very, very good. So, for example, if I take an article and I go English into Spanish and in English, well, you know what? It's going to come back very, very readable, if not 95% readable. Anybody who goes through with a fine-tooth comb is going to find something, but a glance reading, they're not. It's going to look completely readable. Okay. The same is for English, French English, English Italian English, and English German English actually. So single hops of translation between the I think they're called Romanic languages in the same language family will actually go and stay quite readable. Now, some people are saying if you go and do that, it will turn out unreadable. Yeah, if I translate from English to Korean to English or English to Hindi back to English, then yeah, it's going to come back very, very much unreadable. So the moral is the translation tool. You go and type in something like English, French, English. What's going to happen is it's going to go take your article and it's going to go make it completely unique. Okay, are you with me there, Harry, and everybody in the audience? How we're able to go and take these articles that we're getting from article directories and from Yahoo Answers and such, and go ahead and put them through the translator, and essentially go have a unique piece of content that's never existed anywhere on the internet before. Yeah, I mean it's absolutely fantastic and also very, very powerful. Okay. Now, I also want to tell you about a very, very powerful strategy that I use right now. It's known among many of my users that I actually have a large network of German language sites that I make quite a bit of money on, to say the least. Okay. Now, having hundreds of sites in German, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I've never been to Germany, and I don't speak German. Okay. Now, how do I make into the low 5 figures through monthly through my network of German sites, even though I don't speak German and I never been to Germany? Anybody have an idea? Give it a guess. There you go. Tammy's got it. Tammy's the first. John second. Okay. Translator. Okay. What I do is I use the Mage translator to go ahead and take the article that's in English from like article base, and I translate it into German and I'll leave it in German. And then what I do is I set my site to go ahead and monetize by eBay Germany, Amazon Germany, and AdSense Germany, which will then target AdSense ads in German. And I found that targeting the German market is very, very highly profitable. Okay, so that's how you do it. And what's very, very powerful is a translator actually has, I think, 30 different languages that you can actually go and target these multiple language and monetize through. If you're going to go any of the big Western European countries, you can monetize through eBay or such. I don't think it's the right time to do it. I was doing it before. They're having a horrible disaster in their country right now, but Amazon does have a program for Japan as well. So there's a lot of people that have put up Amazon Japan sites right now. So maybe after the country recovers a little bit, you can go ahead and look at that. Okay. Paul is asking, what kind of domain do you need to have your website shown in another country? You can go and you can actually use a .com, will work fine. If you want to go and buy a country-specific domain, but what I've found is the search engines will index the .com fine. They'll go and dynamically determine the language that's on there and show it appropriately to the people in that country. Okay. So that's how we essentially go and translate there. So let me just go ahead and leave that English, German, English. Okay. So we've gone and determined that we want to start our posts back in 2003 up to 2020. We've determined that we want to go and use Article Base, Article Marketing Network, Yahoo Answers, Flickr Photo, YouTube Video, Smart Tagging. We've determined that we want to go and translate from English to German to English to go ahead and make our content unique. Now the last thing that we need to do is we want to determine how we're going to go monetize, okay? So remember I went and showed you earlier how to go and put in those. Somebody's asking about what the category is used for. So what category do you want to do? So bird watching supplies. Sorry, I forgot to go ahead and type that in. So you can go ahead and next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and select what monetization methods we want. So remember earlier we went and go ahead and put in our affiliate ID so we can get paid. So determining what monetization methods we want, we simply just check a box. So give me the eBay Partner Network, give me 5 postings. Amazon Associates, give me 5 postings. Overstock, skip it. Commission Junction, skip it. ClickBank, let's do 4 postings. And then we're done, okay? So determining how you want to go and monetize your site is just a simple matter of checking the little checkbox and simply going ahead and putting in the number that you want to go monetize with it, okay? Now the last thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and put in our list of keywords. Now if you remember, we went and decided to go backdate our post and forward date our post, and I told you we're going to get thousands of posts. Now the way that our posts are generated, and this is where it gets very, very genius, is we use something called seed keywords, okay? So each one of these seed keywords is going to create a post. So if I want 1,000 posts, I need to go and put in 1,000 different keywords. And what it does is it takes that keyword and expands it. So it goes and pulls an article based off that keyword, and also goes and pulls a product piece based off that keyword. So for example, we're doing the example of bird watching, okay? So if I had a keyword, for example, bird feeder, okay, it's going to go pull me an article on bird feeders, pictures on bird feeders, a video on bird feeders, and also a bunch of relevant products on bird feeders. So this is why the seed keywords that I'm going to go and show you is so very, very powerful, okay? So obviously what we need to do is we need to go and have a way where we can go and generate thousands and thousands of seed keywords at the click of a button. Now, we obviously do not want just any keywords, because if we're looking for, we want people who are going to be buyers, who are going to be spending money, who are going to go and give us commissions, okay? We don't want people that are looking for Justin Bieber wallpapers, okay? Is anybody looking for a Justin Bieber wallpaper probably isn't going to go buy something online. I mean, they might, but the odds are they're going to just be looking for, for pictures or for entertainment, okay? What we want is people looking for buy something. So we want something looking for like bird feeder large. Okay? Somebody looking for a large bird feeder, searching for a large bird feeder, is going to be more likely to go ahead and spend money than somebody looking for Justin Bieber pictures. Okay. So what we've done is we've went and created a tool called Word Wizard. And what Word Wizard does is it goes and scours a web and goes and generates you thousands and thousands of buyer keywords at the click of a button. And it says Word Wizard right here, and it's it's actually a very, very deep and advanced tool. Okay, I'm not going to get too much into all the different settings of it. What I want to do right now, Harry, is I want to go ahead and give you a wow moment. So instead of going in deep into the details of how the tool works and everything it does, can I just like do a big, fancy, flashy demonstration and make all you guys go wow? Is that going to be okay? You into that, Harry? You guys just want to go wow?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is going to blow you away, because when Greg says he's going to give you a wow moment, it really is a wow moment.
Now this is absolutely amazing, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a seed keyword, and this seed keyword in just a moment is going to expand to hundreds and hundreds of buyer keywords, which is going to give me the keywords I need to essentially go and generate my site. Okay, so my seed keyword here is bird. Okay, bird. All I've done is I've opened the software and I've typed in the word bird. I haven't done anything else. Are you ready, Harry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit us. I can see everyone in the comments box waiting.
Wow. Do you see what's just happened right there?
It's just come up. Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
Yes. In the last
Wow, that's incredible.
5 seconds, we have created, let me just go ahead and pause that right there, 263 buyer keywords, okay? Now these aren't keywords for people just searching for information. These are keywords determined for people actually searching to go and buy products, okay? All based around this key C-word bird, okay? So somebody searching for bird food dishes, bird food container, well, you know what? They're looking to go buy a bird food container. And you, as an affiliate marketer, this is where most courses fail, okay? Most courses go and teach you to go and try to convince somebody to go do something they don't want to do. And that's not the best way to do business online. The way to do business online to make a lot of money fast and in an automated way is you need to find a thirsty crowd and you need to sell them a glass of water. So instead of trying to find somebody who isn't interested in buying something, you find the person who already wants to buy that, and you simply get in the way of them and their sale. You simply redirect them to their sale. So instead of trying to convince somebody who doesn't want to buy bird food to buy it, you go and find the bird lover by what they're searching for on the internet, and you simply go and help them go and find it. So I'm going to find somebody searching for bird food container, and they're going to come to my website, and they're going to go click on an affiliate link. Clicking on that affiliate link, they're going to go to like eBay or Amazon or one of the other places, and they're going to go buy a bird food container, and then eBay or Amazon are going to go ahead and pay me that commission directly in exchange for referring that visitor. And that's the real power of affiliate marketing in Mage, is that we can do that en masse and completely automated, okay? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go finish building our site, okay? So I'm simply going to go copy these buyer keywords, and this is Word Wizard. It's a buyer keyword generator, okay? I'm simply going to go copy these buyer keywords down here, bam, and we're going to go ahead and click the button. Are you ready to go click the button, Harry?
I hit the button.
Okay. Really quickly, somebody asking, can you just please summarize what you've done, okay? And I took some time there to explain it all, but I just, I'm going to go ahead and, I could have done it in 5 minutes, but just wanted to make sure it was. I went and put in a blog title, I went and put in a tagline, I put in my WordPress API key, I went and selected my, my WordPress theme, I went in and put in my affiliate IDs, I went and backdated to 2003, I went and forward-dated to 2020, I put in my category, I selected my content sources, I went and selected, I wanted to translate from English to German to English. I'm going to monetize, I selected my monetization sources, eBay, Amazon, and ClickBank. And I went and pasted a little bit over 200 buyer keywords. So, like you said, Harry, the only thing left to do is
hit the button.
Hit the button.
There's a lot of people in the chat. Yeah.
All right. You hit the button, and then you get to this page here. And then I'm going to click that little button right there, and then in the span of just a few minutes or just a few seconds, you see that little green bar going up. I have just generated 248 posts. Can you see? Do you see that little green bar that just filled up with 248 posts? Make sure the screen goes ahead and catch up there. Yep, you see that now. In the span of a few minutes, it just went and generated 248 posts. So these are 248 posts that were never on the internet before. It was created one post for each keyword that I went and pasted in there. Okay. Now, if I wanted to go paste in 5,000 keywords, guess what? I would have had 5,000 posts. I just used 240. I just used a little over 200 here for the sake of demonstrations. And our keyword research tools essentially go ahead and do that for you, okay? So what we're going to go do right now is the site's done. It's done. It's do you guys want to see the site? Yeah? No. Dave's like, no, I don't want to see the site. Okay, does anybody here want to see the site? Okay, yes, okay. There you go. Everyone is like, so then there you go. Okay, so what we're going to go do right now is bam. Bird watching with Harry, okay? And you can see actually if you want to go to the website in your browser, instantproductsonline.com. And this is a live site up on the internet. It's a live site that never existed before today. And let me go ahead and show you some of the elements that's going on here in this actual post. Okay. Are you guys going, wow, is this just amazing? Are you with me? Like the sheer power to be able to create this site out of absolutely nowhere, okay? Okay, so let me show you some of the elements that's going here on the page, okay? We started on this particular post, bird cage accessories, with the seed keyword, bird cage accessories, okay? And so we took that keyword and we went and generated this photo here. This here is photo right there. And then we took that same keyword and went and generated this article. And this article is translated from English to German to English. And so it is, in fact, unique. And then scrolling down, you can see here's a little YouTube video. Here's a little YouTube video that is based around birdcage acceptance. Here's tags, okay, because it actually goes and tags your post as well. And then scrolling down, you can see this is how you actually go and make your money via eBay. Here, all these are filled up with your eBay links. So any sort of person who goes and purchases those are going to be paid. Here's some Amazon links as well for different things. And anybody who goes and purchases those on Amazon are going to go ahead and go. And here's a ClickBank link as well. That's going to be going filled with your affiliate link. Okay, so you can essentially see it is a complete system. Or people are saying, well, can you move it around? Can you put the listings on the top? Et cetera, et cetera. Yes, you can. If you get into the thing about the system, the Mage system, is if you're a newbie and just getting started out, it's exactly like I just showed you. It's start it up, go and turn it on, input the fields, click the mouse, and you have a full website. Now, after that, if you want to get a little bit advanced, you can actually go ahead and open it up and get under the hood and make customizations. It's completely modular, so it is usable by both newbies and advanced users alike. Okay, so you can see here's something on Amazon. If somebody goes and buys that, I'm going to go ahead and receive a commission on Amazon for that. Let me go ahead and show you some of the other pages, and then I'll get to answer some of your questions. I see a lot of questions coming in. Okay, here's one for bird rope perch. I guess bird lovers go and have ropes that people can go. Anybody who goes and buys. Now the fact of the matter is you're not going to get rich off of any of these particular keywords. What you're going to get rich off of is thousands and thousands of these keywords. Meaning that you're winning through the long tail. Now there's probably only a few people a day searching for bird rope perch, but there are people searching for bird ropes. And the fact of the matter is if you can go and get one person a day to go buy a bird rope through your affiliate link, but then you have thousands and thousands of other posts which people are looking at as well. Well, you can see now logically how I get to my sites and make me $200, $300, $400, $500 up to $5,000 a month. Okay, and it's through the massive amounts of post and automation that we're able to go ahead and put up. Okay, so you can see, Harry, this really, I'm going to get to you guys' questions in just a few minutes. But Harry, you can see this is just a really magnificent thing. Okay, you can see that people that are using this system are really earning money through going and laser targeting these little niches like bird enthusiasts and putting up these sites in 5 minutes and essentially getting massive amounts of traffic, winning through the long tail.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like you said, it's not about ranking for that one keyword, it's ranking for all those targeted long tail ones and, getting a steady stream of traffic through that. But I'm going to have to interrupt you though, Greg, because we're getting a bunch of questions. I don't know if you can see, but with the same questions coming up, I mean, Pete has asked, how do I get hold of this? How do I get hold of this, Mage?
Okay, I have a very, very good answer for that, and let me go ahead and tell you a little bit of background, a little bit of background about the Mage, and then after that, I see a lot of technical questions coming your way. I'll get to your technical questions, guys. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you. I take care of everybody. Okay. So I originally went and released this back in November of 2009. Okay, and we went and sold out. And then over the course of 2010, I did a number of limited releases where I would go and take in a new group of users. Where we are right now is we are currently closed to the public. So it's actually not for sale to the general public, meaning that if you go to our website and you try to purchase it. Now, the reason why we are closed to the public is that we're a very, very tight-knit community. We have private members forums where members are helping members, and I have a dedicated support team who are all expert users who actually go and help people getting started. I wouldn't quite say it's individual one-on-one coaching, but they're there to go and help you and work you through and make sure that your sites actually do go get up and go and get ranked. So we actually can't handle too many people at once because we need to make sure that everybody that joins us goes and really, really gets the masterful attention that they deserve. Are you with me there, Harry?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it is all about that. You know, I know it is really hard to get hold of this. I know firsthand because I remember when I first saw it, I wanted to get hold of it. But you know, you've got to appreciate that if you limit the numbers, you can give a more personal service, which I think is the best thing.
And we make sure that it essentially goes and works for everybody. Okay. Now, if like everybody in the world who were selling this way out in the open market was using it, sure, things would happen. You do need to go and keep a certain sort of limit on this to make sure that it continues working for everybody. Because we do update it. We do update it about twice monthly. We just updated CP Mage 1.72. And the fact of the matter is we're really, really on top of it, staying on top of industry changes.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, is there any chance, some of the guys on this call can get hold of it? I mean, I can just, the thing is, I can see the questions, like, spamming across going, I want this. Can I have this, Greg? And I just want to make sure we can let some guys get hold of it.
Well, yes. Well, let me. I'll get to that in 1 second. Let me ask you guys here on the call. If I was to go and make a few copies of Mage available to you right now, a few lifetime licenses, is this something that, if all other factors are in place, people would be interested in joining me? Yes. Oh wow, Harry, that's half the people on the call.
Wow.
Okay.
That is incredible.
Okay. So we have half the people on the call saying they want to join us. Okay. Well, I definitely can let some people in. As you know, I did come here to go and release a few copies. I don't think I could let half the people on the call in just because our support desk would be completely overloaded. But what I can do is I can go and let in the first 15 people to go take advantage of it. If that would be okay, first 15. Would that be acceptable?
I mean, is there any way we can go slightly up? I can just see, like you said, half the people on the call.
Can we do 20?
I hate to sort of pressure you.
Can we do 20? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody. Okay. We'll do 20. But basically, Harry, it's going to be on a first come first serve basis, meaning the first 20 people to go ahead and take advantage of this are essentially going to get it, and then after that, we're going to go ahead and shut it down, so we can go ahead and really, really go and focus on our new users. So should we go ahead and give them the link, Harry?
Yeah. I mean, if you have it on hand.
Are you guys ready? You guys ready to go to the link? You're going to go and be one of the first 20. Make sure you go ahead and get in there. Are you guys ready? Yes. Okay. I want you to promise me you're not going to crash my server. Okay. Don't crash my server, please. I know everybody's like, it's wpmage.com/Harry. Okay. Is that the original link? You guys could have guessed that and got in first if you guessed it earlier. wpmage.com/Harry. Why is that going? I have to make that smaller. You all see that there? Okay. Can I have some people saying the link's not working. Can you make sure that link's working, Harry?
One sec, I'll just check it on my.
Okay. Everybody, is that link working right now?
I hope.
They're not responding right now. They're all running to buy really quick. Okay, you guys don't have to respond right now. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Wow, one person said they're in
it's
already.
loading slowly.
How could you bought that fast?
Well.
Okay, one person's saying the link's not working. Okay. Okay, I'm having reports the link is working, the link's not working. Type in it exactly like that. Do lowercase Harry. Yeah, and if that doesn't work, there's a little chat box. There's a little chat box right there. You can see it if you can just click in there. Okay, Wanda's saying the link's working fine. Okay, so right now, okay, you guys can stop. You guys can stop typing because I know you guys are all scrambling to buy right now because you want to be one of the first. You want to be the first 20 people, and so you can take advantage of this and become a part of this because you know that this is essentially the system that's really going to give you your financial breakthrough. That's going to take you to the next level. That's going to be able to grow with you through your online career. As you can see, it's really working.
I've got to say, guys, like I've said before, anything I get to talk to Greg about, it's like gold. It just works. And I've had the joy of being able to use the Mage system, and it's incredible. I mean, you saw the wow factors on the webinar, but when you're doing it yourself, there's no way to explain how satisfying it is. Generating these sites which earn income, which take about 20 minutes, maybe even less than that, and they're there for the lifetime of however long you're online.
Very true. And I just saw that I'm looking at the payment. Can you hear my iPhone? They're going off. I'm looking at the payment notifications come in on my iPhone right now. They are a little bit delayed, coming in a few minutes from when you purchase it, so I can see 4, 5, 6 in already. Okay, so we have, and those are the people that have just went and clicked right away. And I'm sure there's a few people scrambling right now to get the processing in. While we're waiting for the rest of the sales to go ahead and process in, let me go ahead and answer some of your questions right now. Duncan's got a really funny question. Greg, why don't you show your ClickBank account live now? Well, Duncan, I don't really monetize that much with ClickBank. I use eBay Partner Network and Amazon Associates, Commission Junction, Linkshare, and Shataka. I do make money from ClickBank, but it's not my primary income source. But a lot of people do. It's just not what I seem to go and use best. Okay. You can also make a lot of money using CPA networks as well. We have a module called Mage, which you can actually go and integrate with CPA networks doing that. But that's advanced stuff. I'm not going to get into that right now. Paul is asking the most important question: is there a money-back guarantee? Let me go ahead and show you something right here, because this is very important to me. Just coming down here on the sales page. I want you to know that right there. Go ahead. Okay, so this is our 100% money-back guarantee, meaning if for any reason within 30 days you're not satisfied, we'll give you your money back. We at Mage we're essentially like a family. Okay, being like a family means that we take care of our customers. We go and watch our customers, and we essentially want people that want to be with us. So if for whatever reason you don't want to be with us, you're within the 30 days, we're more than happy to go and give your money back. You pay by PayPal. You're essentially going and protected and such. Okay. Okay. Marcus is asking a very good question here. Greg, how do you recommend using Mage to scale to earning $50,000 a month? And we do have a couple people that are there. Okay. Now, if you want to go and get into the 5 figures in Mage, there are some specific steps you can do. I don't really know if I want to get into them here on the webinar or not, because they'll probably just have people going and leading off on trails of questioning me, explaining things that kind of get people off track. So if you do want to, if you do purchase, it involves certain techniques using eBay Partner Network and Amazon. If you do go ahead and purchase, go ahead and ask on our forums, and we'll be happy to help you there. Or just submit a ticket on our support desk, or even just email me, and I'll go ahead and go ahead and go. Here's my personal email address. It's some valuable information, so I essentially want to save it for people that are on the inside. There's my personal email address if you have any specific questions. It's not a tech support address, so don't go ahead and write me tech support, because I'm really bad at answering tech support. That's why I hire people. This email address is if you have any pre-sale questions, if you have specific like strategy questions like that. How do I scale my Mage business up to how do I scale my Mage business essentially up to $50,000 a month? I can go ahead and help you there. Okay. Let's go ahead here. Some other questions. Will you offer it again at a later date? Probably not. Once we get people in, we go ahead and take care of those people in terms of that, and really need to go ahead and focus on them, because basically the bottom line is 14. Okay, we have 14 sales already in. We have 6 spots remaining. So if anybody who wants to get in right now, you need to get in before those 6 spots are filled up. Go ahead and look at it. Adrian's saying, I only attended the last 10 minutes of the webinar, so I don't know what I would be buying. Well, if you don't know what you're buying, don't get it. But if you want to just trust me and go for it, go for it. Okay? Okay, Maria's saying she's having trouble with PayPal. If you're having trouble with PayPal, go ahead and send me an email right there, Maria, and I'll go ahead and get you sorted out, okay? Any sort of trouble with payments or what, you can go there. Okay, let me go back and look at some of your questions. Go ahead and answer some of these. Dustin was asking, how would Google feel about you putting up all this data at once? Well, actually, the fact is through the method of backdating your posts, Google actually doesn't notice, okay? You'd think they would, but they actually don't, okay? By actually going and spreading my posts out over years, Google comes to my site and they think that they just found it and they never found it before. And actually go and treat it like I've actually been going and putting up those sites for years and years and years, okay? Marcus is saying, Greg, can you use Mage to only sell the one affiliate product only? Yes, you can. You can focus it in. You can use Link Mage to go focus on CPA offers through hyperlinking text or through banners, okay? Paul is saying, what if you don't like the text? Are you able to edit it? Yes, you can. You can actually go in and edit the text and such and change anything you want. It's built within WordPress, so it's completely editable and completely modular. You can actually add your own other WordPress plugins to go and do that as well. Okay? Garrett's saying, you capture email addresses to go and add to your autoresponder. Yes, you can easily go and put a Lightbox plugin on top of it. And I do actually have a plugin called Opt-in Mage, which I have somewhere. It's in our support desk, a ticket if you want to get a hold of it, which will actually go and create a Lightbox and actually go and fill up your autoresponder and such. Okay. Jason's asking about traffic. How are we going to go and get traffic to these sites? Okay, how we get traffic is a very, very ingenious way. I didn't go into this actually. We use what's called expired domains, because what we know is in order to go ahead and get traffic, okay, 2 more copies gone, so we have 4 left, 16 down, 2 to go. 16 down, 4 to go. How we get traffic is through domain Mage and our expired domain familiars. As you know, essentially the way to get traffic is through backlinks. Now, the way to essentially go and get backlinks is by manually building them time and time and time again. However, we have a proprietary in-house tool which all mages get lifetime access to called Domain Mage. Okay, now what Domain Mage does is Domain Mage actually goes and searches domains that people dropped and they don't want anymore, and it allows you to go and buy them for, here, like this one's example, $11 plus reg fees. You can see that it actually has a page rank of 6. Isn't that amazing? Just imagine what it would be like to get a site with a page rank of 6 for $11 plus reg fees. So it comes out to about $20. Here's another page rank 4, which has all these Yahoo backlinks with Google index sites. So that essentially goes and answers the traffic question. Instead of building backlinks and traffic, we essentially buy sites through our proprietary domain tool that already have traffic going through them. Okay. Let's see here. Casey's asking about getting approved to the eBay Partner Network. Yeah, we actually have detailed training on how to get approved to the eBay Partner Network. We have a section of our forum based on them, and then we've written some quite extensive documents how to get approved pretty quickly with them. Okay. Jim's saying, what's the address for WordWizard? Is a tool that's included? The other person's asking, will this software work on a Mac? Okay. The majority of the Mage software is actually hosted on your server, so you can access it from a PC, from a Mac, from your laptop, from your home, from your office. It's the same. The only thing that goes on your desktop is WordWizard, and that's an auxiliary tool. You can run that on the Mac through VMware Parallels, so it goes and works fine like that. Okay. Shirley's saying, what's the difference between CP Mage and WP Mage? CP Mage is a component. It's the installer, and WP Mage is a complete system. Okay. Let's go ahead and go down and ask some more. Look at some more questions here. Some people are saying their payment went through, but they didn't receive my login email. If that happened, I need you to go ahead and email me at greg@wpmage. You should have gotten an instant. Email from our system if you did go ahead and purchase. And if you didn't, go ahead and send me an email after this call. I'll go and go check it manually and go ahead and send it to you manually if I need to make sure that you go ahead and get on there. Okay. Somebody was saying, the person that was having trouble with PayPal, just send me if you're having trouble with PayPal, just send me a note to my email address, and I'll give you a special link that doesn't process through PayPal. Okay. Paul is saying, what amount of sites are you going to need to go ahead and reach $3,000 to $5,000 a month? Well, it depends how. I teach a number of different strategies within it. You can pimp sites, you can put up original sites. And it really depends what strategies you follow. I actually have a site that makes me $5,000 a month, and I just bought it off of Domain Mage. So yeah, theoretically you can do it with one site if you're able to go pull it off. On average, I would expect to go and do anywhere from a dozen to 100 sites to go get up there to that level. But it depends on what strategies you follow. Stephanie's saying, is there any SEO or follow-up? Any SEO or follow-up required? No, actually, you can put up these sites and you can never look at them again except looking how much your earnings actually do. Go ahead and come in, okay? Let me go here. Yeah, people that are having trouble with PayPal, go ahead and send me an email, okay? Somebody's saying they're getting PayPal in Thai language. Oh, wow, I don't know why that's happening. Send me an email if you're having trouble, okay? All right, we get Jim and Sylvia are in. Fantastic. Marcus is saying, can you use new domain names if you can't find a good matching expired one? That's an irrelevant question because the fact of the matter is you're asking that question based on what you've been taught with other systems. The fact of the matter is you don't find a good matching expired domain. What you do is you buy the domain first and then build around the domain. Okay, and what I've found is the domain doesn't even have to be on topic. If you have authority and backlinks from Google, essentially what's going to happen is they're going to go and it's going to give you love and juice and stuff no matter what, essentially. Okay. And Paul is asking the same question. She's saying, well, what if you don't have an expired domain? Well, go buy expired domains. That's one of the keys of the automation of the system is having expired domains because if you don't have an expired domain, you need to build backlinks. And sure, we give you methods for automatic backlinks, but it's much easier to just go and buy an expired domain, okay? John is saying, what hosting company do you recommend for using with WP Mage? There's a number of hosting companies that work fine. Once you get in, we'll go ahead and show you. If you have like a HostGator account, you can use that. If you want to use something else, we'll make some other recommendations as well, okay? John's saying, where do you find the expired domain names? They're within our members area, okay? Okay. Anybody who's, and Carol's saying she signed up but didn't receive the actual access to Mage, that or anything else, send me an email to my personal email address right there. I'll go ahead and take care of you. I'm going to reply to those all after the webinar. So obviously you're not going to get a reply while I'm on the webinar, but after I'm off the webinar, I'll go ahead and take care of you. Okay, very, very cool. Marcus is asking an advanced question about something. I don't really want to get into that right now because it's going to go. It'll probably lead more questions for people asking, what's that, what's that, what's that. I cover a lot of that in my detailed training. I have quite extensive training for everybody. Let me just show you what I'm getting right, what you're going to be getting right now on the inside. We have 2 more slots down, so we have 2 more slots left right now, Harry. As you can see, Harry, people are really, really taking advantage of this. They're going over themselves, and the people that have gotten in already are quite happy about what they've gotten their hands on because they can see this is really, really a fantastic thing.
And the great thing is you can get started almost straight away, can't you, with this? That's what's so fantastic about it. You literally get the email, get your account information, you get started just exactly what Greg's shown you. You can get started in the next hour and start making sites.
Very, very, very true here. Some people said they wanted to see my email and the link again. Dave said, just buy it. Don't even think about it. Just buy it and thank me later. I mean, this is it, guys. There's a lot of funny stuff going on the internet, and this is the real deal. One trend that you guys will find is that when new softwares or things are released, usually they get a lot of hype when they're first released, and then quickly nobody ever talks about them again. Well, there's a very specific reason for that, and there's also a very specific reason why WP Mage has been around for almost 2 years now and still earning people money, and we're still updating, we're still taking care of our members, is because it really, really works. And let me go ahead and show you an example of why it's so powerful. Okay, you can see here this is our private forums. I would go ahead and wait for that to go ahead and pull up our private forums right there, and you can see in just one of our forums we have over 16,000 posts. Okay, and that's just in one of our private forums. In our private forum there, our tips and tricks section has 2,200 posts. Our technical forum 7,500 posts. Affiliate networks. Circle of Mages, Mage-friendly third-party tools, Domain Mage Talk, keyword research. So you can see the fact of the matter is you're not just buying some software. This is actually a complete business-in-the-box system from the top to the bottom, from the beginning to the end. It actually gives you everything you need. We have a full-on community. We have people supporting you. You'll see the proof in there. You'll see once you get inside, people going and helping people. And such, that is a very, very active and a vibrant community. So let me just show you really quick what you're going to get. WP Mage. I'm going to give you the plugins, actually. So you can use what you just saw with CP Mage to go and install the blog, or you can actually go ahead and I'm going to give you the individual plugins. So if you have existing WordPress blogs, you can go ahead and install that on your existing WordPress blogs. Okay. So you're going to get Content Mage, which creates the content, Affiliate Mage, which gives you the affiliate feeds, Posting Mage, which will do all the massive posting, CP Mage, video training. I think I have 8 hours of video training going through everything as well. We'll install CP Mage for you. So you don't have to go do the installing yourself. We're going to teach you how to find domain names. I'm going to teach you how to go and pimp your sites. Now, the pimping your sites is a very, very specific module that teaches you how to take actually existing sites. These might be an existing site that you have or your friend has. You take and go and add all of the Mage posts to the back end. And in doing so, you will you do very, very well like that. Okay. PDF training, how to get approved for the eBay Partner Network, 3-hour cash balloon, lifetime access to the Mage forums. Here's a lot of testimonials of our existing users. Okay. Some more things. You're going to get access to Domain Mage, to Index Mage, to Keyword Mage. That's another keyword research tool. Affiliate Mage Extreme. I'm going to give you my How to Make Money in a Foreign Markets report. And essentially what that's going to do is that's going to go and teach you how to do what I did, build my network of German language sites. You're going to get access to Word Wizard, essentially. And like I talked about earlier, we do have our unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. Anything you need, any problems, send us a support ticket. We'll go and give you your money back. We only want you if you want us. We fight the good fight. We want people to win and succeed when they're with us, and come with a good feeling and leave with a bad feeling. Paul is saying, is there any limit on any number of sites I can build? No, there's no limit at all. You own this software. You can build as many as you like on as many hosting accounts as you like. Okay? So before we go ahead and wrap this up, does anybody have any final questions before we get going? Harry, do you have any questions, or does anybody else in the audience have any more questions that I missed maybe? Christopher is saying monthly fees. No monthly fees. No monthly fees.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've gone through pretty much exactly what the system is. What I will say is, Greg is very thorough with everything inside the members area. So it's likely that if you have any sort of question now, it's going to get answered inside. I mean, there's stuff going right from the beginning, even setting up your hosting, all the way up to really advanced stuff like he showed you. So I'm sure there are a few unanswered questions, but from when I went through the course, I didn't have any by the end of it.
Very cool. Very cool stuff. You just heard that little ding on my phone. Any other questions here before we go ahead and close it down? No? If there's type really fast, or else we're going to go there. If there's no other questions, we're going to go ahead and shut it down right now, and I'm going to go ahead and answer all the emails you sent to me. I'm going to go ahead and answer all the emails that I went and sent there. Okay. Somebody's saying, can I get this at a later date? No, you can't. It's only offered when I come live on call. So if you want to get it, if there are still any spots available, I haven't checked, then we're going to have to miss out then. Okay. So there's your link, and there's your email address. If there's any trouble, if you didn't get your welcome email, go ahead and email me right there, and I'll take care of you right now. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you, Harry, for having me on the call.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for coming on the call, Greg. I know your time's really valuable, and I think even if you guys haven't ended up managing to get into Mage, there was a lot of great information on this. So I hope you took notes.
Yep. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, or good afternoon, or
Cheers.
Good morning. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.